Buckley is a Division 5 school, and our just to be blunt, our competition isn't the best. It's not super great. So throughout league, we have to find we're not being pushed, so we have to find ways to push ourselves.
Sure.
So, and it's my first year, so I didn't. All the tournaments that we played were already signed up for. The coach previously signed up for all of them.
Oh.
So we did during league, like we're just having fun, honestly. Like we're just playing. I think we probably lost maybe 5-6 throughout league, and one of those games we were missing a good amount of our team, and then another one we were missing a couple key players. But so we're basically sweeping teams and barely losing, right? If we lose a set. But the Oaks Christian tournament comes around, and this was I'll say our first chance of having our full team. I say full in quotations because we had right before that tournament we had our OH2 quit right before that. So it's kind of we're going in there like what are we gonna do, right? So we had to shout out to JB. JB stepped up, and our opposite stepped up. OH2 6 rotations, like you're like putting the ball away and just like being a 6-row outside. It was wonderful. But we go into that game, we're playing teams who are like we should win this match. Like every time I see a team, I'm like, okay, we should win this. And at the end, like I see you there, and I'm like, my guy. And I'm thinking like we were playing in different gyms, so I'm like, okay, we probably won't see each other. And at the end, Buckley versus Salmonade in the final.
Yep.
Take me through that match, one on your end, the team's end, and just how it was to play against a longtime friend in this beautiful situation that we have.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the things that obviously coming off a big match against Oaks Christian, and then we had a one set in the finals. We didn't know who. And
Which I'm going to interrupt you here and say, like, when I saw that Oaks Christian team and I saw them play, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't doubt CJ, but I'm like, yeah, he's going to have to pull something out. Like, he's going to have to pull something out to win this match for sure.
Yeah. And thankfully, that was one of the free fuels that we had of, like, these girls they want to win. And like I said earlier when I was talking about getting this job and how I was dissecting the team from last year, they lost to Oaks Christian in the semifinals with an upset in a game of 5. And what was it, 13-15 or something like that. So like huge, right? Huge motivator. Like, dude, let's beat them.
Yeah,
you know,
gotta get back.
And so we sweeped them. It was unreal. We were like, okay, we're going to 3 for sure, but we're looking to beat them in 3. And we just served them off the court, gave them some areas, and we were just executing, right? So everything went our way for sure, and we ended up winning that semifinal match, and that was like one of the biggest like wins of that tournament. We're just going in there with that free fuel to motivate us to win against that match. Now, going to that finals against you, I was like, oh man, this is really happening.
Yeah, I feel like actually
we're gonna have so much fun.
It's so like picture perfect storybook, like Cinderella stories. It's crazy.
Yeah, and so we came in hot, right? We came in 6-0. Stuff.
I was like, and I tell my girls all the time, I don't lose to coaches I know. I just don't like losing to coaches I know. But it was starting 6-0. I'm like, bro, what are we? I can't really quite remember what it was. I'm going to assume it was our serve receive.
Yeah.
Because that's how you guys beat Oaks Christian. You served well.
Yeah, we
to
were
where their middles
were hot going in there.
Their middles weren't affected because they can't get set because the passes are out of system because you're serving so well. So we were struggling in serve receive, and I don't call many timeouts. I don't think I called too many timeouts during that tournament, and I was like, oh, 6-0. Let me bring it in and talk. And like we have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
We have nothing to lose. Like we can lose this match 25-0.
Yeah.
We don't lose any money. We don't get hurt. Nobody we love gets hurt. Our grade doesn't drop. Nothing happens. So go out there and leave it on the court.
Yep. And then, so probably that was the turning point for them. right? 6-0. Then it becomes 8-4. Then 13-8. They're catching up, and it's like what? It's about 15-16, neck to neck at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it became closer to the 20s, we were up by 3. And it was like 22. I'm ballparking. This,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because this
But
was in
we were
August?
up. Yeah.
This is a while ago.
So it was a while ago. So around like 23-20, we're up. It's like, oh man, we're looking about kind of celebrating right then and there.
And this is a final, so it's 1 set to 25.
One set, yes, 1 set to 25. Little did I know what was going to happen next. He calls another timeout. And we're going into this, right? And we're kind of going into it kind of lackadaisical, right? And then we go into there. They side out really well. They set Sophia, and and they go on a specific run where it was 21-23 off the side out. Now it was 23-23, right? Because we shanked the pass or we hit the ball into the middle of the net or something. It just errors after errors. Then 22-23, then we side out. Oh, 24-23. Sweet. Okay, let's do this. Then we miss a serve into the net. And then
I know when that hit, obviously like I'm elated because like okay, we're still in the game. But my first thought I was like, oh, CJ's pissed. Like a missed serve in that situation, and I'm only saying that because I know that if you were in that position and you missed your serve on game point, you'd probably be beating
championship
yourself.
point actually.
Yeah.
Right, which was something that I was like, all right, well, I can't get mad any longer, so let's move. Okay, side out.
Next play, right?
Next play, let's go on, let's move on, and then what's it called? You serve. We're passing, we're in motion, right? Our setter sets the ball. We tip it to you guys. You guys pick it up, crank one. Then it's 25-24 Buckley, and then it went everything to Buckley. They serve, and we overpass it, and Sophia, kadoosh. So it's one of those things. You're like, oh, we lost, we had it, and honestly, that game, like, yeah, I was pissed because we were up, but right after that game, like, honestly, I was pretty happy for you. And I was, like, super stoked that you guys won, and, you guys are, obviously our first year experience of that, but definitely a learning experience for Chaminade of, like, okay, hey, we can't, even if we're up, like, we're... we got to learn from this, right? And these girls were so mad. I'm like, girls, we beat Oaks Christian at that tournament. Like I was trying to come up with everything to cheer them up, and we had to we took a picture. Not everybody was smiling, but we just had to pat ourselves on the back for doing something that, that a lot. Honestly, Oaks Christian versus Chaminade it's been Oaks Christian's favor every single time. So, but when we lost to you guys, I think that helped us kind of be a catalyst of being what inevitably happened at the end of the year for us.
Yeah.
But that was something that you needed to get that spark for those girls to be like, oh, we can freaking do this.
Exactly.
That's why I was happy for you in that moment, because you need something, especially when you don't think the competition is going to give you only so much. But if you got a team like us, then you're gonna feed momentum. Is gonna keep going that same way. So, no, man, that was great.
Oh yeah, it was super fun, and the conversation we had after was, we both needed that because you guys haven't really lost much up until that point.
No.
We haven't lost much up until that point, and we weren't really pushed. Now we're being pushed, and it's like, okay. In our scenario, back against the wall, we're down 6-0. We have to make 6 points and hold them to 0 points before we can even tie the game up. In your situation, we're up 20-23. We have to continue to keep going before, like we can't let up at all. Yeah. And I definitely think that was a turning point for both, or kind of like a splash of cold water on the face for both teams. Yeah. Like that definitely helped.